The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was having kind of a conversation with a companion, and he asked him, should I not tell you about something that is one of Allah's treasures? And of course the companion said, sure, what is it? And he said, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Like this statement of dhikr, that there's no power or might except by Allah or except through Allah. That this is a treasure. And that is because the meaning of this formula or this remembrance is extremely humbling and grounding for a Muslim. Is that, first of all, it directs our attention to any power that we might have, any ability that we might have. It comes from Allah, right? So that saves us from ego, that saves us from arrogance. You know, you put up a YouTube video, it gets 100,000 views, it gets 1 million views, right? And you're checking it every 5 minutes and you're like, oh, what's the new comments, what's the whatever? And you might be tempted to feel proud about yourself. You might be tempted to think that you've done something great, when in reality, it was all Allah the whole time, right? He had the ability to prevent people from clicking on it or looking at it in the first place. So it grounds us and it stops us from being egotistical and arrogant. And it also makes us grateful, right? Because if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you the ability, then this is something that we have to be grateful for, right? Okay, several possible things could have happened. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to give you this ni'mah, this blessing, and it was through His power. So we should be grateful to Allah for that power. It also gives us hope, right? If we're in a very difficult situation, sometimes we get very, very upset and our lives are difficult because of a relationship issue. Like maybe it's our spouse, maybe it's our children, maybe it's our parents, right? We don't have approval from them, or they're kind of we're in a bad situation. And sometimes it might seem so desperate that it's just never going to change. Well, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Like all power and all might belongs to Allah, and there's no power and might except for Him. And He's able to change people's hearts if He wants to. As Shaykh Abdullah used to tell us, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could put love in the heart of Fir'aun for baby Musa, who was going to be his downfall at the end of the day. So if you're feeling depressed, you've got a bad situation with a certain relationship you have, it's not your fault, you haven't done anything wrong. This is a test that you're going through. Allah has willed it for you. Allah can change their hearts. Allah can change their feelings towards you. Don't ever say it's impossible. No, there's no power or might except by Allah. If Allah wants it to happen, it's going to happen, even if you can't see exactly how.